Meghan Markle, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, ready to show the world their new baby boy. Take it away.
CNN's Mac Foster is live at Windsor Castle, and
John, your big moment. I know you've been looking forward to this. We do have the video. It was taken in the last hour in Windsor Castle behind me.
Buckle up, because the royal world just got rocked by a scandal so jaw-dropping it could topple the House of Windsor. A mysterious woman, known only as DL, has unleashed a bombshell that's sending shockwaves through the monarchy and beyond, claiming she is the true biological mother of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's children, Archie and Lilibet.
So that was lovely. They look happy. From what we could see of the baby, it looks like they've mastered the swaddle, the all-important swaddle. It was impossible to see really his face, but they said that they can't tell exactly who he favors or what he looks like right now, so...
Yes, you heard that right. This isn't just gossip. It's a potential history-rewriting expose that's got everyone talking. From hospital records to secret NDAs, DL says she's got the receipts to prove she carried both children as a surrogate, and the Sussex's deafening silence is only fanning the flames. Ready to dive into the most explosive royal drama yet? If you want to stay ahead of every twist and turn in this unfolding royal drama, make sure you hit that subscribe button, give this video a like, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update.
Their new baby boy. This is just coming out from the palace. I want to bring in Richard Berthelsen now to discuss this name. Richard Archie Harrison, Mountbatten, Windsor. Break it down for us.
Today, a London nurse has come forward live on television, exposing secrets about Archie and Lili that Meghan Markle never wanted the world to hear. The fallout? Meghan has reportedly fled in shame, and the monarchy is facing questions it's never had to answer before. This is not just another royal rumor. This is the kind of revelation that could change everything. The world was left reeling when, during a live broadcast, a respected London nurse, whose identity had been kept under wraps until now, stepped into the spotlight and dropped a bombshell that no one saw coming. She claimed to have first-hand knowledge of the circumstances surrounding the births of Archie and Lili, and what she revealed sent shockwaves through both the media and the royal family. According to her, the truth about Meghan's pregnancies is far more complicated and controversial than anyone ever imagined.
For us, what's the historical significance of these names?
Well, I'd say there's no historical significance to the first two names, and no one saw this one coming. We were just looking at the bookies this morning, and there was a lot of...
With the cameras rolling and millions watching, she detailed a series of events and behind-the-scenes secrets that, if proven true, could rewrite the story of Harry and Meghan's family forever. What makes this revelation impossible to ignore is the nurse's insistence that she isn't just relying on hearsay or speculation. She claims to have hard evidence to back up every word. From confidential hospital records and internal memos to detailed logs of medical procedures, her documentation paints a picture that's difficult to dismiss. She even hinted at having signed statements from colleagues who witnessed unusual protocols during Meghan's hospital visits. This isn't just a case of someone seeking attention. This is a whistleblower with receipts, and her willingness to go public on live television has only added to her credibility.
Harrison that appeals to the Duke and Duchess, and they have the flexibility with this child because it's in seventh in line of succession, only going to go down further as time goes on over the years ahead. And what's also interesting, they've made it clear that the child will be known.
The world is now demanding answers, and the royal family's silence is only fueling the fire. For years, rumors and conspiracy theories have swirled online about Meghan's pregnancies, with eagle-eyed royal watchers dissecting every photo, video, and public appearance for clues. Viral clips questioning the authenticity of Meghan's baby bump, debates over the timing and secrecy of the births, and whispers about hospital protocols have all fueled a growing sense of suspicion. Until now, these theories were dismissed as wild speculation. But the nurse's revelations have breathed new life into every unanswered question. Suddenly, details that once seemed trivial, like the absence of traditional hospital photo ops or inconsistencies in official statements, are being re-examined in a whole new light, and the public is more captivated than ever.
Mountbatten, Windsor, as a tribute to both the Duke of Edinburgh and the Queen, of course, who's from the House of Windsor. And of course, as anyone who's watched The Crown and more specifically knows the history of the period, the Duke was concerned that his name was going to get lost to history entirely. And the Queen made that clear in the 1960s that this...
The implications of these revelations are nothing short of seismic for the royal family. If the nurse's claims hold any truth, the legitimacy of Archie and Lily's place in the royal line of succession could be called into question, sparking a constitutional crisis unlike anything the monarchy has faced in modern times. The very foundation of Harry and Meghan's narrative, one built on transparency and authenticity, now appears to be under threat. Behind palace walls, insiders report a sense of panic and disbelief, as senior royals scramble to assess the potential fallout. For Harry and Meghan, this isn't just a PR nightmare. It's a direct challenge to their family's future and their standing within the royal institution. As the world waits for answers, the silence from Harry and Meghan's camp has become deafening. Despite the gravity of the nurse's allegations and the media frenzy that has erupted, there has been no official statement, no press conference, and not even a social media post addressing the claims. Instead, reports have surfaced that their legal team is working overtime behind the scenes, allegedly issuing warnings to media outlets and attempting to control the narrative.
Of interest or of some kind of appeal, or maybe when this child has actually appeared in their arms, the name Archie sprang into their head.
Are you surprised?
A little bit, yes.
And it's not even Archibald.
I know. It's an informal kind of form of that more formalistic name.
But this strategy of silence and legal threats has only intensified public suspicion, with many now questioning why the couple hasn't simply come forward with the truth. In the court of public opinion, their refusal to address the controversy is starting to look less like dignity and more like damage control. The nurse, now identified only as DL, has shared her own emotional journey, revealing why she finally decided to break her silence. According to DL, she was drawn into the royal drama not by choice, but by circumstance, witnessing events behind closed doors that left her deeply unsettled. She describes feeling immense pressure to keep quiet, but says her conscience wouldn't allow her to stay silent any longer, especially as she watched the narrative unfold in the media.
Just a casual kind of more informal approach to the naming, more personal. But we've seen this to some extent with Princess Anne's grandchildren, who are also the Queen's great-grandchildren. You have Mia, you have Lena, you have Savannah, you have Isla, those four.
DL insists her motivation isn't fame or fortune, but a desire for the truth to come out, not just for her own peace of mind, but for the sake of the children at the center of the storm. Her willingness to provide documentation, testify under oath, and even submit to DNA testing has only added to her credibility, making it clear she's ready to stand by her story, no matter the personal cost. The nurse's revelations have set off a media firestorm, with headlines dominating news cycles and social media platforms buzzing with speculation. Major networks are scrambling to secure exclusive interviews, while online forums are flooded with amateur sleuths dissecting every detail of Meghan's past public appearances.
That kind of part of the family. So I think it's in context with that. Big surprise, no one's making money off this from the bookies today, I can tell you that.
So earlier today, again, they're still at Windsor. In Windsor, they came out with the baby.
Old footage is being re-examined frame by frame, and every inconsistency, no matter how small, is now being treated as a potential clue. Public opinion is sharply divided. Some are rallying behind DL, praising her courage, while others remain fiercely loyal to Harry and Meghan. But one thing is certain, the world is watching, and the pressure on the Sussexes and the royal family to respond is mounting by the hour. Behind the palace gates and the glossy magazine covers, the human toll of this scandal is becoming painfully clear. Insiders describe a household in turmoil, with Harry reportedly struggling to cope under the weight of mounting accusations and Meghan retreating from the public eye entirely. Tension between the couple is said to be at an all-time high, with whispered arguments and sleepless nights becoming the new normal. Their once united front now appears fractured, as both grapple with the possibility that everything they've built, both as a family and as a brand, could come crashing down. The emotional strain is palpable, and those closest to the Sussexes say the fallout from these revelations is testing their relationship like never before.
came out with the baby, and maybe we've got those pictures that we can roll, please, while I'm talking to you about this. We saw them come out, and you made this prediction that we may not hear the name until after they met with the Queen. So clearly they'd already chosen it. Then they went and met with Great Granny,
That's
and
right.
now.
As the scandal deepens, the stakes have escalated far beyond personal drama, reaching into the very heart of Britain's constitutional framework. Legal experts and royal advisors are now urgently reviewing the rules surrounding royal succession, questioning whether Archie and Lily's titles and places in line could be jeopardized if the nurse's claims are substantiated.
Too.
Right.
So absolutely, they would have told Her Majesty, they would have felt as a courtesy, as the head of the family, the Duke and the Queen, that they should let them know. And, you know, what is extraordinary, we have not seen ever with the other great.
The monarchy, built on centuries of tradition and strict protocol, has never faced a situation quite like this. If it's proven that key details about the children's births were concealed, it could trigger a wave of legal and ethical challenges, forcing the palace to confront questions of legitimacy and transparency on an unprecedented scale.
Sure, with the Queen and the Duke at this point in time. It's usually come at the christening or some other point. So this is really extraordinary. And what is also breaking precedent in this case is Doria Ragland, the Duchess's mother, who's been over from California through.
The entire institution now finds itself under a microscope, with the world waiting to see how, or if, the royal family will weather this constitutional storm. What began as whispers and online speculation has now erupted into one of the most consequential controversies the modern monarchy has ever faced. The story that once seemed like a fairy tale of freedom and reinvention is now being picked apart, piece by piece, as the world questions what is real and what is simply royal fiction.
Delighted that many of their great-grandchildren will probably not go on to being in the royal business. The Princess Anne's 4, certainly, Prince Edward's 2, and now this child coming along, starting a whole new branch of the family with a very distinctive name that.
If these allegations are proven true, Harry and Meghan could be facing not just a PR disaster, but the total collapse of their credibility, their brand, and even their marriage. The evidence is mounting, the silence from the Sussex camp is growing more damning by the day, and all eyes are now on DL and the next move from the palace. One thing is certain, this is a scandal that will be written about for years to come, and the biggest bombshells may still be waiting in the wings. Stay tuned, because as this story unfolds, I'll be right here bringing you every shocking development.